So um, tonight is going to be not only Shabbat, it's also going to be Rosh Chodesh. Rosh Chodesh of which month? Rosh Chodesh?
Av.
What?
Av. Aleph in Av.
It's going to be the first day of
Av.
Av. Okay. So Av, the Rosh Chodesh of Av is very special because somebody his Hilula, the day that he passed away, we call it the Hilula, is on Rosh Chodesh of Av. Do you know who it was? He was a Cohen. He was a very big Cohen.
Aaron Cohen.
Aaron Cohen, a Hilula of Aaron Cohen, Aharon, is tonight. So maybe we're going to light another candle. Beside the Shabbat candles, we're going to light a candle for Aaron Cohen, but not just Aaron Cohen. Do you know what the name of my great grandfather was? Guess. Why am I talking about Aaron Cohen? Not just because it's going to be his Ilula.
Aaron.
My great grandfather, the the Saba of Babi, and your great great grandfather was Aaron. But we don't know when his Yom HaZikaron is, when his Yartzeit is. You know what happened to my great grandfather and my
The Shoah.
what's the Shoah?
And when the entire World War II,
It happened during World War II, but what happened to the Jewish people in Europe?
6 million people died.
Okay. So, but do you know you know what happened to them? You know what happened to my great grandfather? You know what
They were
happened to my?
locked inside like a place with a big wall that you can't escape.
They were locked together, and there was a wall around them, and they couldn't escape. And say that again.
There was no food.
And there was no food. They had almost no food, and a lot of people they didn't survive. They were killed. Baruch Hashem, my Safta was there, but she survived. But my great grandfather, her Abba, didn't survive. He was killed. Okay, but we don't know when. She my Safta didn't know when it was. So you know, it's a good idea if we light the his Yom HaZikaron candle on the day because his name is Aaron Cohen, and we don't know his name was Aaron. We don't know when he was killed. We can do it on the same day as Aaron Cohen. You like that idea? We'll do tonight an extra candle. Now I have a question.
Yeah, but in which year did he die?
We don't know. We don't know the year. We don't know the day. We don't
Why
know.
isn't it
No, because someone took him. Because when Bobby's Ima was there, she was a little girl. She didn't have a calendar. She didn't know what day was what day. She didn't know what day her Abba was taken away. She didn't know. But now I have a question. Do you know what's going on in Gaza?
yes,
What's happening in Gaza?
they're bombing
Who's they?
Israel. Like
Okay,
the
okay, but
government.
are they also behind the wall?
Yes.
Do they have food right now?
Wait, no.
The food's not going inside the walls. That's not going through the walls. So what's happening to them?
Dying.
Because what happens if you don't eat?
If you don't eat for 7 days, you're oh.
Right. So what do you think is the difference between what happened to my Safta and my great grandfather and what's happening to the people in Gaza today? What's the difference?
It says that that happened 80 years ago or even more, and this is happening right now
And is there, besides the time, is there any difference between what's happening to them and what happened to my grandma?
because it's
Is there a difference?
no, because so they didn't get food.
Okay. Okay, I think you're right. I agree with you. I don't think there is any difference. And you know what? If there weren't people to stop what the Germans or what the Nazis, whatever you want to call them, were doing to my Safta, would have they kept doing it until there were no more Jews left? Okay.
So
Who, what?
who stopped it?
Who's the Russians and the United States? The Russians and the United States stopped it. But and if they didn't stop it and they bombed Germany and lots of Germans were killed. Germans who didn't do anything wrong. A lot of them were killed because they had to stop Germany from doing that, right? But so What is going to happen if no one stops what's happening to Gaza? If no one lets food in to Gaza, what's going to happen?
They're gonna bomb us.
Maybe, yes, maybe someone will bomb. Well, someone is bombing us, right? Okay, but what happens if they don't, it doesn't work, and Israel still doesn't let food in to Gaza? What's going to happen to the people of Gaza if no one stops what's happening and they don't let food in? What's going to happen to the people of Gaza?
They're gonna die.
If no one stops, is it the same thing that happened to my great grandfather is going to happen to them, chas v'chalila, right? So what do we do?
I don't know.
Give me a plan.
I'm just one kid. I can't stop my entire world.
I'm also just one kid, but oh, I'm not a kid. Okay, but only one voice. I'm only one, right? Tell me, what can I do?
Can maybe give other people the same idea until you have a big army and then you stop it?
What kind of army?
Army
Are we gonna have guns?
no,
What kind of army?
army of peace.
I like it. Okay. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.